Okay. Okay. And now it's working. For no reason at all, it has started working by just simply clicking on the icon. Right, okay. That's how this setup is at the moment, unfortunately. Everything is a bit of a work in progress. Hello viewers, welcome to the stream tonight. Goodness me. It's all normally a bit more organised than this, but we are trying things out. And as I say, this week, obviously, I'll show it here. We changed over the old steering wheel's been changed over, and the camera's moved, and goodness, we've got to sort you out. There we are. So move you forward a bit more there. There we are, and a little bit more there we are. And how about you? How about the other one? Let's get you sorted out. Cameras aren't in the right places. We have to fix that. Hold on. Oh, it's moved across a bit as well, so we can see your chat and all that business. There we are. Let's just move you into the right place as well. There we are. Lovely. Get the mic out of the way. Please don't drop off mic. Please. Okay, the mic is a bit fragile as well. So we're getting there. I'm going to catch up on your chat in just a moment as well. I have a new background I'm going to show off as well next week. Just a bit of moving items and stuff like that. I know what I should do. Yes, we will try that. Right. Okay, next thing to do is just look at the setup here. What are we thinking? Like, could it do with having the wheel a bit lower for lights? I wonder. We could do with setting the steering wheel up. Now I know the pedal cam's a bit dark. Not much we can do about that right now. It means actually, another light, and it needs a spotlight basically on your feet. There is actually quite a bit of light there. As you can see, there is quite a bit of light. Unfortunately, these cameras do require large amounts of light to actually get working. Now, I'm just going to fix these cameras, and then we are good to go on a bit of driving. Let's just see. And thank you for those of you tuning in first. As you saw in chat, Jonathan, Mr. 30 LCK, thank you for tuning in already. I haven't played GT. No, I haven't played GT Sport in a long time. I did a bit of practice recently. Oh, we've got a new follower as well. Spin09 King 2. Thank you for the follow. Brilliant. Appreciate that. Now, let's see. So, lacking some areas. Well, the thing is, Gran Turismo is very specifically designed around the TGT wheel, but I want to get into using the Fanatec wheel as well. I've got some tests to do with the official rally rim and stuff like that, and so I'm just trying to see how I get on. It's completely different on braking acceleration, so putting myself onto the back foot, and I'm doing this All-Stars race this weekend. I know that I'm not going to win this or even be within a shout of it. I'm just going to go round and round and hope for the best, basically. I think I might just lower the wheel just a little bit. So we're just going to get set up first, and then we'll get on with some driving, and we'll be good to go. Hold on, bear with me. There we are. I'll just loosen these a little bit. It's not the best Allen key, but it will do for the job, I think, hopefully. Will it do for the job, or is it too soft? No, it's no good. It's no good. It's too soft of metal. That's fine. So we'll just leave the steering wheel as it is then for now, even though it's not that comfortable, and we'll just go with that. Right, let's jump on then, do a bit of Gran Turismo, do a bit of driving. Now today I'm taking the audio via the Elgato today. This is not ideal because I get a minor delay on the audio, but I'm going to see how I get on. My heart rate monitor seems to be a bit higher than usual as well, doesn't it? Let's see. Right, let's jump on. I don't think it's actually. Oh no, it's still going. Right. Let's jump on with a bit of driving then. See how we get on here. Let's see. Okay. So interesting is that the camera has gone a bit higher, hasn't it? It's supposed to be. I have to fix the camera because you can't see the wheel in vision, so we're going to have to change that. You're going to have to go down there a bit more, and we're going to have to put you a bit more in vision. I think it's a much lower wheel, so otherwise I'm just sort of like this down on my lap the whole time. So I will have to fix that camera. All right, that's going to mess up all my other camera views, but that's all right. Right, let's just do a bit of practice first. So let's see. What are we going to be doing? We're going to be doing a time trial for a second. We're going to take a look at the Spa. So at the weekend I'm going to be competing in this all-stars race with a load of top YouTubers and esport players. I will get destroyed because they're all you know, world experts, but at the same time you know, I want to be competent, you know. So I can't remember what GR3. Can we just select by regulation? Hold on. And Asa was here. Hello, Asa was here. Let's see, GR3 cars. Now, I don't really know which ones are the best when it comes to GR3. So I feel like what we're going to do is we're just going to have a muck around today and then just see how we get on. Okay, we're just going to see how we get on. And then hopefully learn a bit about the track as we're driving around. That's the thing. So let's just get ourselves organised here. And we'll just, what should we do? Should we make me a bit bigger on this screen? Yeah, go on, make me massive. No, we are. And let's bring in the chat. And let's bring in the, what should we got here? No, we don't need the car seat. What about the 2? There it is. Alrighty, there it is, and we don't need it to be that big, but we can fix that later. Oh, we'll cut that out for now. Alright, let's just have a little drive then, and a little explore on this. Alright, long time since GT Sport, isn't it? Feels almost alien to me now, because I haven't been on it for so long, especially with different wheel and pedals. Do let me know, guys, if the audio goes off at any point in terms of if it's too loud. So I don't know where the breaking points are yet, so we're just... So what are we trying to do on this test then? In this test we're going to be just finding out where we stand with various different settings and whether we need to... This car understeers a lot through there, that's fine. Every car will be different through Eau Rouge up the hill into Raidillon. Okay, so this car brakes a little bit earlier than I was expecting it to. It's going to be a challenge to get used to it on the hard tyres as well. It's always more difficult when you first start out and you don't know where the braking points are. That's always the thing that people don't always appreciate, is the fact that you have to learn where the braking points are, and then you never crash. You know, you just know what you're doing. More responsive now. So we're braking too late again on these tyres. So it's the tyres that are not yielding the grip, really. Not much you can do when the car starts to lose it. Oh, Rainy Steve just subscribed. No, I am your father. Oh, thank you, Rainy Steve. Really appreciate the support. Really appreciate it. And here I am, back in the driving seat now for Gran Turismo. And I've got to somehow find a car that suits me for this All Stars race. Now I have a plan. I've let them all know. I've let the other drivers know my plan. My plan is to go round and round and hope for the best. It's a very cunning plan. It's a plan not many drivers have. It's my plan. There we are. And I think it's always good to go into a race with a plan, because then you know what you're doing, you know what you're all about, and you know you're in it for the long haul. So let's get our head down now. Let's get into some laps, and then we'll see where we are in a few laps time. Oh, this car is not steady at all, is it? A lot of understeer. Braking too late there. Oh, wow, that really caught me out there. I wasn't expecting wheel spin at that speed. Will be weakening the force feedback, so it's actually a little bit high for me as well. And the car understeered terribly through there. So, absolutely, got to bring out a bit of inner Kimi. Oh, it's so unstable up the hill, it really is. I tried to take it flat in 5th rather than shifting up to 6th, but it wants me to shift up. The car felt like it was losing front end grip on the way up the hill. So we're going to back out of this now, because I know where that's going for the rest of the lap. So we know we've got another few seconds we could improve upon that lap, but wasn't feeling it. Wasn't feeling it like a consistent car. So if we're going to be consistent, we need a bit more stability. And we can turn on traction control, but sometimes that can slow down a lot. And you know, as I say, we use traction control more when we're chewing up the tyres significantly. Let's see what other cars we can use in terms of performance. Now, I've never been so keen on the GTR. What have we got here? I've never been that keen on the old Lamborghini either. They've been a bit unstable. Audi, go Audi. We'll try the Audi's normally a quick beast, isn't it? But I remember I used to like to enjoy this one. I enjoyed driving this one. The Porsche is always a good one as well, isn't it? It's always a good one. I don't know what they're like on their tyres. That's the problem. Like that chewed up its tyres like no tomorrow, I remember. This one was limited in top speed or something. Something like that. I can't remember. Let's catch up with the chat anyway. Let's catch up with the chat for the moment. Heart rate, yes. That's the heart rate. Yes, so you see my heart rate going up and down when I'm driving, and it gives you all an idea of, you know, the stress of the race. So I should actually make the red bit a bit bigger. So if I do that, then people... Oh, no, not that one. No, not that one. That bit. I should make that a bit bigger. And then I think people might recognise what it actually is more. There. There we go. That looks a bit more... There's a bit more tension now, isn't there? There's a bit more tension. All right, let's go again. Let's go again. Do let me know as well, feedback on layout, if there's anything you think that's in the way or putting you off or whatever. Then I could, you know, I don't know, we'll just make it a bit smaller. You know, thank you, Rainy Steve. I really appreciate the support as well on the stream. I really appreciate it. Well, I'm going to try in the race. You know, it's all about staying cool, isn't it? Felipe baby, stay cool. No, let's try this car then. Toyota FT1 VGT. Let's see how we are. We've got some traction control on, but we're just going to turn it off for last. We can always turn it on again if it suits us. Now, everybody's going to be using different cars, but the experts will all use like the fastest car because they know anyway. Olivier's here. Hello, Olivier. I'm okay. I've been a bit under the weather, but I'm all right. I'm okay. Just getting prepared with a bit of practice today for my All Stars Gran Turismo race. So I'll be streaming that on Saturday. I'll be on about 12:30 till 3:30 in the afternoon. We're going to run 40 laps. So it will be quite a long race. Pit stops. There'll be recognisable faces, such as, you know, I guess Super GT and, you know, others from the world of esports there. The Gran Turismo World Champion will probably be in the race as well, just to show you how slow I am compared to those guys who just know everything about the game, don't they? Let's face it. It's funny, you think, hey, you know, you're maximising the track, and then you come against the top players and you realise actually I've no idea what they're doing, honestly. If I knew what they were doing, I'd do it. So So, we're going to come around for another lap. You know now though that brakes are much more effective than they were in the Ford GT40. That's you can go a gear higher than going every time. Let's try third through here. Braking wasn't enough. Remember, I'm using a different wheel, completely different brakes and wheels, so it's really messed up my equilibrium. But that's why I thought I'd just orientate myself a bit today, find a car where I can do some basic laps, and then at least when I go into the race, if I'm 2 or 3 seconds a lap slower than those guys, it'll be a lonely race, honestly. But apparently there's going to be other sort of people around my level to race against, so too early. I've got that completely wrong. I've got a ghost in my way as we go up the hill. This is not ideal. we're on the medium tyre, which is the wrong tyre, so I'm going to stop there. Let's change the tyre for a second. I'm just going to check the rules, and then we'll jump on to a bit of that in a moment. Let's see the rules. Let's have a look. See what the rules are. I'm just going to take a look here at the rules. So I've got those, then I know what tyres. Just trying to find out what the tyres are we're using, but all set by host, boost off. Sure, it was hard tyres I saw somewhere, and I can't remember where. Okay, so let's see what we can do. 2 secs, guys. We'll just check this, and then I'll be onto the driving. Oh, we are here. Oh yeah, maximum. So it's just hard, racing hard. Okay, that's fine then. Right, okay, now we know what tyre we're doing then, so let's just sort that out. Racing hard, okay. I never like racing on the hard tyres, but there we are. Right, let's just see where we are with this, and then we'll be good to go. Right. turn in a bit earlier there, so we're learning. We're doing some learning here, viewers. Now I'll have a chat. I'll go through your chat in just a second. See how we get on. Broke too late into the corner, messed up the end of the lap. That's okay, we're learning. Learning there every time. Braking too early in some cases. Ooh, goodness me, it takes a bit of time trying to learn this car. Strengths and weaknesses are different cars. Drive through there before, didn't I? Messed all that section up. Learning, but the car felt a bit quicker in a way, but it was harder to drive. So we're going to take a look at the Audi, and we're going to take a look at the Nissan GT-R just to see where they were in comparison, and then we'll have a rough idea. Ah, damn it! We're going to stop right at the end of the lap. That's a bit frustrating. We're in control then. Alright, so we know we've got more time, but we don't want to muck around because it's a long lap. So we just want to get a feel for the car. Now, where it will be? GT7 in 2023, who knows? Wait and see. GT7 will just be GT Sport. Oh, it'll be a lot more than that. It will be a full Gran Turismo game. It's just how long will it take to make? And I can't see it releasing anytime soon. I'm going to have to sort this out because it's had a good old whack, isn't it? Somewhere. Well, I'm going to have to fix that. That camera. There we are. At some point, I'll have to fix that after the stream. Right. Let's try changing the car. Yeah, so Gran Turismo, the big problem is that Gran Turismo, you started with like your sort of rubbish Japanese car you've never heard of, and you drive around at 5 miles an hour in a car that looks like a fridge with wheels or something, and then eventually you upgrade to a car that looks sort of okay, and then from that you get something that's sort of okay and a little bit sporty, like a, you know, poor man's Ferrari or something, and then from there you work your way up and you put a big fat engine into something, and you go quicker, and eventually you end up with nicer cars. And that's Gran Turismo, unless you quite like the original cars you have, which I kind of did sometimes. And but for me, no, I remember upgrading in the first Gran Turismo to a Honda NSX at the first opportunity. I loved that car in the 90s, and I just didn't look back. You know, I tuned it until I got the Mitsubishi GTO. I'd never seen a Mitsubishi GTO at that point. I heard they were notorious for breaking down, and I just upgraded that car to the absolute maximum. I upgraded everything in that car to the maximum, and it was an unstoppable beast. by the end of the game. So if you pick the Mitsubishi GTO Unstoppable Beast, okay, we're going to go with something a bit more in terms of endurance racing. Let's try this. Alrighty. Now something else I'm going to have to move is the sheet behind my pedal, because it does get caught on my foot. So I will see if I can move that somehow. Need to sort of pin it up. Right. Now, and I know I've not fixed all the zoom on the cameras. It'll mess up a bit today, but I've had so much drama trying to get this setup working today. So I thought about half an hour before starting the stream, I thought I'd get it set up. Nothing was working. Right, let's try this. Actually, do you know, as I say, for me, GT Sport has been one of the best online racing experiences I've ever had. It really has. Yeah, the best online racing experience I've ever had has been GT Sport. I know a lot of people have had good experiences with iRacing, but for me, I just didn't. Different car, isn't it? We're in here, so I'm immediately thinking, oh, revs are different, braking's different. Okay, so we want to beat 2 minutes 18 if we can. Okay, massive understeer up the hill there. Massive. Seems like a pointless 6th gear that the car can just about never get into. I'm going to have 1 notch of traction control just to help me in case something weird happens. It won't make much difference in terms of my speed, because as you can see, even with traction control, unless you have it on a serious amount, it's not going to help that much, but it occasionally will save you rather than slow you down too much. So it's a balanced traction control. The trouble is, a lot of these cars have traction control on in real life. You know, they're designed to have traction control now. It's not like it's a hindrance as such. It's more, sometimes traction control can be really handy as well for brake wear. So completely wrong gear through there. That's not where we want to be. Doesn't matter. Just checking the brakes. It's the first time we really hit the brakes. I know the foot cam's very dark. I'm going to see what I can do about that to fix it. I.e. add another light. So not that quick on that lap, were we? Why are we not that quick? Where are the problems? Let's figure them out now. We know we over-braked a bit to the final corner. We're going to stay in 5th, I think, here. We're not going to shift up to 6th. Car is everywhere. Look at the cone. Slowed us right down there. Killer cone. So this has basically nullified this lap, unfortunately. We're not going to shift up. We're going to stay in this. We'll stay in 3rd. I think. Let's see what we're like in 3rd. What kind of drive do we get in 3rd? Never easy driving with a big fat GTR ass in the way, but you just kind of get used to it when I know what I'm doing. So it's good sometimes when you have a ghost, because it gives you something to race against, you know. And you're like, there's that dude in front of me who's really slow and I want to overtake him. Damn it. Car really understeers through there. It's just, it does not like the high speed turning. We've got the braking wrong there. We've got a little bit of grass and that messed up the end of the lap. Okay, so what have we done about that car? Bit unstable. Bit unstable. We're going to take a look now at another car. Check out. What are we going to check now? I think we'll check the Audi now. So the Audi is the one I think will be the one. But we'll see. What titles are people enjoying at the moment? R3E. Yeah, I need to play R3E actually. I tried to play, obviously, Assetto Corsa. I enjoyed what I played of it, but because the frame rate is so poor on my PC, when I'm streaming, it's just unplayable. Just unplayable. I mean, I was streaming the other day, but I was playing at about 10 FPS, and that's, you know, you can't play against people online when it's like that. Oh, lovely. You see all these lovely sports cars, and we get that. Oh, well. Another Skyline to the collection. It's just what I wanted. Right, let's see now. Let's jump up here. Let's jump in, and now we'll get World of Warships. I've not played World of Warships. I really want to play it. It looks good fun. I want to play World of Warships. Definitely. Definitely. Right, let's see. Audi. Where was the Audi? There it is. Let's jump in this. Now, I think this is going to be the one. This is going to be the one I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. We're going to see where we are in terms of lap time. And then we're going to, you know, jump on and see what we can do in the race once we find the car. It's finding a balance. I'm trying to find a car that goes through Eau Rouge and up Raidillon in a smooth way. And if it does that, and you just got to think about where you're likely to crash. So let's talk to you guys about a race scenario here, and I'll give you an idea. My approach to race scenario. Let's see. Alright, so obviously they're going to determine the grid. I think they're going to place the faster racers at the back, but we'll see. It depends if they want to have fun or not. Okay, so it's going to be go. So we're going to be hammering it down. We're going to leave traction control on number 2 because why not? And we're going to get around to turn 1. There'll be a bit of trouble through turn 1. Then of course the traction control will help there because we're going to be getting out of a slow corner. Everyone's all over the place now. They're going to be jostling down the hill, trying to get our line, trying to sort yourself out. And then you're going to want to lift a little, so we're going to lift a little bit there. Keep it nice and balanced on the lift, carrying up the hill, keep the car as straight as possible. We're going to be trying to follow those guys in front. That's it, hang in the gear. We're hanging too long there, so we know we've got to shift just a bit sooner, 160. And then braking at those cones, or the marker, whatever you choose. Forget the cones there, see those. And that's not what you want to do either. So there's going to be a bit of madness at the top of the hill. Why? Well, what am I finding? The rear end is locking. The rear end is locking. We're going to change the brake balance. So we're going to change the brake balance. The rear's locking a bit. So gently from the power there. No one can really overtake there too much depending on speed differential. But knowing the top players, they're going to get really frustrated really quickly. Down to Pouhon, they're going to go way quicker at the Pouhon because they know the track and we don't. So we're going to be trying to hang in there and keep out of people's way. We're on medium tyres. Damn, we have to change that. In fact, we're going to change that as well through there. trying to keep speed on. Rear's stepping out horribly for them. I feel like the rear's just not heating up, essentially. It's like having cold tyres on the rear. Horrible to drive with at the moment. Now everyone's going to kind of follow as we go into the bus stop chicane, which isn't really a bus stop anymore, which is a bit of a shame. I was always very disappointed that they changed the end of this track. I always felt that the road and the road markings added character to the circuit, and I loved the in and out of the old bus stop. But then they changed it to this, and I felt it was artificially dull. It's like Herman Tilke just made his mark on the end of the track, and can't you tell? And that horrible entry to the pit lane as well. Who thought that was a good idea? I don't know. Anyway, that's another thing entirely. So we come around the lap, and that's where we are. Okay, so we're somewhere in the middle of that car. What we're going to do is we're just going to change the tyres. Dirt 5 months ago. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, when you're buying a game quite late in the oh, Dirt 5. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, Dirt 5's not been out that long, has it? I think what it is that when you've got a high amount of DLC, they want a big installed base. That's where the value is. So it's in the installed base. That's definitely the thing there. Right. Let's change these tyres. Hard. Okay, so the funny thing is, of all the cars, I actually felt the fastest in the Ford GT, which is quite bizarre. So we will, and there it is, 218 in the Ford GT. So it's quite interesting, and we're going to try again now. So we're on lap 2 of the race now, so we're hoping that by now we're kind of in a kind of single file, but there's going to be lots of jostling there as well. People thinking they're quicker than others. At the same time, you want to remain calm. Remain calm. At this point in the race, you want to look at where you are. So at this point in the race, I'll be thinking, am I last or near to last? Or who's crashed off at the first lap and think that they're going to be overtaking me soon? Is there any point blocking them? No, there isn't generally, unless it's someone you're racing with. If TRL Lightning came up behind me, or Super GT, there's absolutely no point in me blocking because I'm only going to, alright, don't do that. We have to, again, understeer there, didn't we? We weren't thinking, understeer. Cold tyres, lap 1. Let's change this, let's move the brake last. Let's go this way. Rotation in the car, it's not comfortable at all for me. Look at it, lift off oversteer. Oh dear, it's all over the shop. Oh wow, look at that. That's going to destroy my tyres. How can I be more comfortable in the Ford GT? I mean, I do like driving the Ford GT, but it just seems crazy. Restart the lap, and we're also going to reduce the force feedback as well. And Captain Lala's here as well. Hello, Captain Lala. Bit of pedal to the metal practice tonight, just for this race at the weekend, and then once we know what car we're driving, then we're okay. We've got an idea. We're all good. The pedal cam is super dark, I know that. Let's just change this to another view for a second. Oh, of course we don't need to do that. We can do it on there now, can't we? There we are. And hopefully we'll just move this camera a little bit. There we are. There. Give you guys a bit of, as I hit the mic, sorry about that. Right, and go. So it's going to be a real scramble out of turn 1 there. I think people stamping on the power, people spinning out, whatever's going on there. Lift. Gets a bit more balance through the corner. Oh, look, I didn't get. No, he's got a bit. My ghost has slipstream on me. All right. tail braking is what we need there. And here as well. To drive. I mean, it's probably better over one lap, but it's get our traction through those final couple of corners. So obviously, you know, we're going to be about 3 seconds lap off of the top guys at this pace. They are going to be a lot quicker than us. I took a big lift there, just trying to keep it steady. Yeah, I think this is it. It's different. Every car's, you know, 40 laps is a long way to go when you have tyres and fuel and all that kind of gubbins. Obviously, Super GT's used to it, especially after his 200 laps of the Nürburgring recently. He's ready for more endurance. Trying different techniques here just to see if we can find a more smoother line, because being smoother will help sometimes. Tyres won't wear too bad because they're hard tyres, but they just don't offer the kind of grip that I would like. I'm a grippy driver, I think. I say that, I do rally, but this is very different to when it comes to viewpoints, yeah, this view is not as good for you as the T-Cam on top of the car, but I just don't like it as much. I prefer to be in the car. I just feel more connected to a race. I get bored if I don't feel the speed. You don't get to feel the speed in that sense. So this is a beast that you need to tame. This is a beast that you need to tame, no doubt about it. Rear end is really sticking out on me there. I don't feel like I can open it up into the corners at all. In fact, my brakes aren't as responsive as I'd like them to be. That's my... keep my foot down on the AstroTurf and hope for the best. Completely wrong. Okay, so we found some improvement, but we need to get closer to 2 minutes 15 seconds really if we want to be of any chance of doing well in this race. So we're going to keep working on trying to find the right car and going from there. I know the TV is actually a bit darker now. I have it on a very low brightness setting, which is why it's a little bit dull. But at the same time, it's nice to see the whole over the shoulder thing, and I'll always kind of mix it up when it comes to viewpoints a bit for you. Now it's all set up with the old Stream Deck, which is handy. Right, let's see now. It's been busy. I should have a little chat in a moment. I'll stop in a bit and have a chat. So, you know, there we are. We've just done what have we just done? We've just done 9 or 10 laps, I think, of Spa. It's a quarter of the race distance just in checking out these different cars. Actually, it doesn't take long, does it? Right, let's try again now. We're going to go to another car. I'm just going to keep testing them out, and then we'll have a bit of a break and a cup of tea. So let's see, what have we got then? So we've got these ones we've done already. Any other GR3s? Oh, we've got the Lambo. Oh, blimey, this is a beast. We've got the Porsche, but it always seems a little bit underpowered, doesn't it, there? I mean, they seem to have way more, but then, oh, no, hold on. Let's just do the Lambo. Look, it's got VVV on the front, so it's got to be worth the drive. Look at that, lovely VVV on the front. That's as far as I got with my painting, but it was rather interesting. I wanted to menace people as I was driving up behind them with my VVV of Doom, but that was when I was slightly better at driving this game than I am right now. So hold on, right, 2 secs, guys, hang on, 2 secs. I will just grab a tea that's arrived here. Hang on, let's grab this. Okay, and here we are then. Oh, I've knocked the camera again. There we are. Beautiful. Right. Lovely. Back in the car, ready to go. Cup of tea. So, what have we got? Let's have a little chat. I think the bumper cam is widely accepted as the best in GT Sport. Actually, Jonathan, no, I'd say that the T-Cam is what the eSport players tend to use. All the top eSport players tend to use the T-Cam because they can see more of the road. So you'll see that. There's only Key. I think Key is the only driver who uses the bumper cam. But other than that, nearly all of them use the T-Cam. The reason why I use the in-car cam is that I like having mirrors. You know, when you're driving, what's the first thing you learn how to use? It's your mirrors. And I find that using a radar for me is okay, but if there was no radar, it wouldn't bother me because I've got my mirrors, I know what I'm doing, I know where there are people. Awareness is everything when you're doing a racing, and I feel that you lose that awareness when you're oh no, my tape's coming off my headphones here. I have to retape these. Right. Alrighty. This is it then. This is it. This should be. Oh, what are we doing now? We need. Oh, that's not the right tyres. Okay. We are going to leave some traction control on this car. It is a bit of a beast. Oh, there was someone earlier mentioning about Formula One. I did miss your message about McLaren. Somebody mentioned McLaren. What did I think of the launch? We'll talk a bit about that. So let's talk about the McLaren launch for a moment. I thought it was a bit of a mess of a show, honestly. I thought the interviews were dragged out for a long time. Then we had a video of them making a music video, which went on for ages and was, for me, a bit cringeworthy. And then when it actually came to the car, it was like, oh no, we don't have the car here, let's go to Silverstone, which is absolute nonsense. Yes, it had to go to Silverstone. It could have gone 30 minutes later. So, like the drivers, who also had to be at Silverstone. Or you could have done your reveal 30 minutes earlier to make sure the car was there. So it's all a bit of nonsense, really. But those curbs, doesn't like the curbs. Those curbs either. So this car doesn't like the curbs. That's a bad thing. You've got to like some curbs around Spa. Right. So it doesn't carry much high speed into that corner. You know, I'm running here, of course, on my standard PlayStation 4. I would have loved to have... Oh, thank you, JD. I would love to have... been running this on a PlayStation 5, but I've been unable to get my hands on a PlayStation 5. You know, a lot of people have been lucky to get one. Frustrating for me, because I've got games for my PlayStation 5 that I can't use because I don't have a PlayStation 5. And I was able to do a lot of, again, videos testing Xbox versus PlayStation. So it hasn't happened. So now we know we've got to get quite a lot of time off of this car, but too bad. Alright, don't do that. So we're going to retry the lap, because there's no point starting the lap when you know you've already lost a second. So in terms of the McLaren launch, it was wonders if I should put my Thrustmaster wheel back on again, you know, just because I've got a few issues here I'm having with the wheel as well. And one of them is wheel weight, and I don't know how to change the wheel weight. I tried the rally on it the other day, and I couldn't drive it properly because the wheel weight was stopping me from turning the wheel fast enough. It's not force feedback, it's the stiffness it takes to turn the wheel. Okay, so this car's at least stable up the hill, so it's not very good over curbs, so you have to drive as if it's in the rain. Very fast in a straight line there, which means of course you've got to brake earlier. Terrible through that section. Wrong gear probably, but we don't know what the correct gear is, so racing is a lot about memory test. You know, we're trying to work out what gear into each corner, but also if you find a car that goes where you want it to, what's the, you know, what you got to remember in each lap where that car is vulnerable. You know, where are the areas of weakness? As the tyres wear and the fuel comes down, what are the areas of weakness? What do you do? It's no good. It's really unstable. No, we're a long way off the pace, and now we're going to go back to the Ford. I think it just wasn't working for me, that car. Long way off. see what else there is. Let's just see what else there is. Is that the one? DRI. Let's try that. I don't know. Yes, that is the one. That is the one. So it was set to -5. So clearly that was stopping me from turning the wheel. All right. So that helped a lot. Thank you. Thank you for that, Jonathan. That's a big help, and that's physically. I'm actually. Wow, you can actually move the wheel faster now just with doing that. Right. Do you know, the funny thing is I tested all this on these wheels when I reviewed them in the past, and I can't remember any of it. I just can't remember any of it. Cup of tea break for a second. Do you think we'll have a pink BT? I think it's highly likely we will. Yeah. It's just that who's going to be pink? There's talk that the Williams may have some pink on it this year. Is the rumour? I don't think pink and green go together. So if you do end up, yes, alas, none available, Olivier, available within arm's reach. So just the tea today. Right, let's jump on. Yes, I'm okay with a lot of the settings. It was just the wheel weight I was having the real problem with. So now we sorted that. That may help me with my lap times. You never know. So let's try again now. Now we're going to just see if there's any other... I can't remember how to sort the cars. And how can you sort? What sort options are there? GR3. Oh, here we are then. So there's quite a few, isn't there? There's quite a few in this category. Blimey. Doesn't help I've got duplicates of them. That's why it seems like there's so many. I've only just realised, you know, some of these cars are just... The problem is you win the same car for every race. So it does get a bit... What about... thanks. I've gone with -1, Jonathan, on that one. Gone with -1. Let's just try the Corvette for laughs. Let's just see where we are. For laughs, we'll try a bit of this. And then I'm going to see if there's someone willing to paint the car for me in miracle time as well. So at least I can have a painted car. Hello to new viewers as well that are watching. There may be some new viewers watching, so do say hello. Had a few followers in the last few days. It's been nice. Channel's gradually getting followers. I've been a bit unwell recently from time to time and had technical problems to fix. I do have a lot of work going on behind the scenes. I should point out to a lot of the regulars watching that the next 2 months, 2 to 3 months, are going to be challenging for me in terms of keeping the streams going while working on new stream stuff. A lot of work I'm doing behind the scenes for competitions, quizzes, how are they going to work. I need to then make all the questions for those quizzes, getting all the game codes and preparing the weekly content, as well as lots of stream features, as well as, you know, other things that are going on. So Olivier has the right answer. That is the right answer. I'm going to email it to someone to see if they can make it for me. We can put that on the car. That's what we want on the car. Yes. We just want lots of them all over the car. Let's see where we are with a Corvette. We've got muscle power. With that grunt of an engine glugging away. V8s. Yes, I don't know if they still use them anymore. They won't do now, will they? It'll be some kind of hybrid thing probably. It still has a sound of a V8, but it's fake. Actually, it's funny when you drive cars that have, where they've done that and they've added the fake sounds. I don't know if any of you guys have ever driven any of them, but they're really good at pretending that you've got like a V8 engine or something in there. It's very satisfying when you put your foot down. They don't sound like speakers. It sounds pretty good because it combines the sound with the engine, whatever the engine's doing in terms of various vibration. Exactly. Which makes me wonder why they can't get the sound of video games to be as perfect, because technically it works in a similar way. Oh, this car seems quite stable compared to some of the others. Oh, I say that. Just got away from me there because I'm braking downhill a bit late. I don't know how much runoff you're kind of allowed to use there. If you can use more runoff, you can really find a lot of time, you know. So you guys know, obviously I'm going to be racing these eSport guys, and obviously they're going to be a long way up the road. But at the same time, if you know me, you know I don't want to be lapped 5 times. You know, I want to at least feel like I can have a race. And if somebody falls off the track, if they just put in some reasonable pace consistently for 40 laps, then anything can happen. Made completely changed the driving experience. So altering that DPR setting now. Thank you for that, Jonathan. That was really, really helpful. But the speed wasn't there. The speed wasn't there. Look at that. Turn 1 right at all then. Now we can't see where we're going. Oh, I've got something wrong there. Maybe I touched the wall. Maybe I just shifted at the wrong time and the limiter. How's the Bunter? How's it feel? It feels different. You don't get as much road surface detail. You get nice wobbles and vibrations and bumps. At the moment, I can't compare until I've got up to speed. But I had the problem is I've used the Thrustmaster wheel and pedals for so long that I had it right where I wanted it, you know. And I'm not where I want to be yet. But sometimes you've got to change your style. But I definitely got more road surface detail from the hold on 2 seconds guys, it's just didn't I? I lost all my time. So that was a really important corner at the wrong line. Not good lap times. Not good lap times. That's quite disappointing. So that was oh, hard to hear what I'm saying. Sure, I'll lower the old game volume. There we are. Just lower that down. Yeah, so you get a lot more road feeling from the Thrustmaster wheel. You know, I think there is that. because of the tactile transducer on the back, giving you the vibration effects. Here you get more powerful wobbles and resistance and other things. On the whole, I think there's a lot more different effects on the Fanatec, and when I get it tuned, the Fanatec is pretty amazing. But you have to get a Fanatec set up right. You have to get everything set up right to really feel it. And then when you play a game enough with it, you'll gradually work it out again. So you've got to relearn the game. So it's definitely a challenge when you change a wheel, because I went on to the rally the other day, and I found that it is going to be quite challenging going to rally again with the Fanatec wheel. But it's got to be learned. I've got to learn it. I've got to tune it. I've got to learn it one thing at a time. And like, for example, I had to dial down the vibration straight away. I mean, the vibration on the Fanatec wheel on the rally was crazy. I had to turn that right down. So on the rally in particular, this is working a lot better out of the box, to be fair. But I've really got to find the settings, get them right. So the Corvette was easy to drive, we'll say that, but way too slow. Way too slow. It just wasn't. It didn't have the lap times we require there at all. It was well off. So we're going to try different car now. I think we're going to go back to a car we've already tried in, which is the Ford, and we're going to see how we get on with this one. We're gradually building a picture of what car works well. So yeah, TGT is more Thrustmaster wheels are plug and play, and they work exceptionally well. And for me as a reviewer, I'm playing different games all the time. I'm playing 5-6 different racing games a week. Quite often I'm playing pre-release games as well, so I play games weeks and months before they're released to the public, before they're even talked about sometimes. So sometimes the wheel settings aren't set up right. If you imagine last year, for example, you may have seen me playing Dirt 5 with a wheel, and they hadn't added the wheel settings, but it just kind of works and I can work around it. So I often play games that have very bad wheel setting implementation, and I make it look good in videos, because that's what you're always doing, in the sense that you're working with what you've got. Fanatec, you've got to tune the wheel to get the maximum out of the car. And like here, at the moment, what am I struggling with here? Now we've sorted out the wheel a little bit, I'm struggling with the braking. So I don't quite understand where my braking is meant to be in terms of feel. My foot's in a different place. My foot used to be in a completely different. So my old pedals, the reason why this camera, you notice my foot cam here is darker than it was. It's not darker. What it is that the pedals are now about 6 inches further away from me than they were before, because the Thrustmaster pedals could only go to a certain point. So it's more comfortable for me to drive like this. I've also removed the clutch, so now I've just got accelerate and brake now, because I just don't use the clutch enough. I only use the clutch when doing demo runs with gear sticks, or occasional practice. But these days I just don't use it enough, and I do more formula driving as well. So you've got to get used to a different distance of pedals, a different feel of the wheel, different vibration feedback, and completely different range in which you brake with this pedal. It's very different to the Thrustmaster. So check the BRF settings. These are just the standard pedals. I do have another set of pedals I'm going to talk to Fanatec about, to see if we can use a load cell, because I do have a load cell brake, but I can't use it with this set. As soon as you plug it in, the wheel doesn't recognize it. So it would be nice to use a load cell. That would give me much better braking. The brake forces are just a little bit odd. It's using quite a lot of force at the moment. I'm finding it requires too much force. I mean, that's kind of how much force I'd use on Thrustmaster. So it's almost double the amount of force under braking. So that's why I'm really struggling with the braking right now. I'm going to work on this between streams, and then see if we can get a bit more out of it. But this is all the things you need to do when you're racing the top players. They know everything about the drive of the car, when to change gear, what bits of road to drive on. They know the quirks, where torque is peaking on the car and when to change. I was just staying on it there. I thought let's just stay on it and see, but I am going to go down to first. It also helps a bit when you can watch the best players do their times. So when you're doing the weekly races, what I tend to do is learn my way around, then watch the top players just to see what gear they're in. It's quite often I'm in the wrong gear, and I don't know that. You know, they know that sometimes you hang in a gear or you shift early. Like they're in the wrong place, so there's no point continuing the lap. Let's try in second. No, we're going to do it first. So we're definitely going to do the final lap in. We'll do the end of the lap in first. Right. I'm not where I want to be, you see. This is one of those courses where you really want to be in that, on that sort of. Where are we now? Do a bit of reverse driving. Straighten up. Right. So this is where you really want to be here. This is what you want to be hitting. Is this piece, because that gives you good drive on the exit. And that's where you want to be. So at the moment I'm braking too low, so I'm just trying to find out roughly where my braking point is. It's hard when you've only got one day's practice like I'm having here, but so we have to brake way hard then, so I'm definitely going to work on altering the brake pedal. The car is unstable up the hill, little lifts up the hill, so this car is definitely unstable up the hill, but good power, good speed. Look at this, all the way down here, powers through the section, but we know we're going to brake a bit earlier. We're going to brake a bit, braking a bit before everybody else. Braking a bit earlier down the hill as well, just to scrub off speed. Curbs unbalanced the car on the way in, so we couldn't get on the power, so we lost speed there. You see the kind of AstroTurf snatched a little bit there in terms of the lack of grip. Braking too late that time, so we know we've got to find speed there. Let's keep it in third if we can. Understeer through there, so we had to lift, so we need to account for the understeer. Accounting for the understeer on this corner, I'm going to turn in early. Ah, you see, we knew there was understeer, so now we know we need to lift for that corner. Too much speed. But look at that, despite that, it was still the fastest lap we've done in the group today. How strange. How strange is that? So we could see lots of room for improvement, and that will get us easily into 2 minutes 15 a lap. Now the top players are going to be doing it way quicker than that, so at least we know we're finding some balance. Am I excited for GT7? Yes, I'm very excited. I think GT7 is going to be amazing. I just don't know when it's going to be released. I can't see it. I can't see it in terms of. Let's have a go then. Yep, try the Supra. No, everything's been good. I've just got to get the brake setting where I need it. So I just need it to be less brake force. I don't know if I can increase the sensitivity of the braking here, or if I need to do it in I don't know if we can do that here or not, but I'm going to change the brake force, because at the moment that's me braking, that's how I'd normally brake, and that's me braking hard. So as you can see, I'm not getting nearly enough out of my brake pedal. It's requiring a lot of force to do that, way too much force. It's not comfortable with that. So let's have a look. We're going to come back. So we now know we're nailing it down gradually. We now know that we know where the BLI setting, BLI. We'll have a look at that in that. What I'll do, Jonathan, I'll make a note of that, and then I'll have a look at it after the stream. I'm going to sit here because I want to open the Fanatec software and get it fixed as well on there, because that might be a universal thing. So I want to. So let's see. Well, we know the Ford GT40, we can get down to 2 minutes 15, 2 minutes 14 even with that car. So the other cars were just not working as well for us. Let's have a look at any other cars there. GR3. Oh, this one. Is this the one you're talking about, Bunter? Tried that, didn't have the pace for whatever reason. I just didn't have the pace in that car. Don't know why. Very strange. WRX. Some of these cars are slower than others. That's the thing. It's, the other Supra. Let's have a look, shall we? It's back out then. Let's have a look in the old shop. Right, the new one. Alrighty, let's take a look then. This one. Is this the one? Is this one we're talking about? 2018? Alrighty, we'll try this one out. This one? I can see it's got a lot more performance to it. Alrighty, well let's try it out then. How much is it? 450,000 credits. I'm going to spend 450,000 credits just for you, Bunter. Just for you. Right. It's okay. We've got plenty of money. Plenty of cash. Alright then, let's use this one. Buy using credits or buy using the PlayStation Store. No thank you. Right. Use in-game credits. Yes. Now, let's see what this car is like. If it's rubbish, Bunter, it's all your fault. Right, let's try this. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is, Bunter. I'll see how we get on. Let's see how we get on in terms of pace. And then go from there. Jump into time trial. And hello to viewers who may be watching as well. I'm just having a chill moment in the stream. Do say hello from time to time. If only to let me know you're lurking. I'm always happy to know you're lurking as well. Surely it's better than the Ford. You know what? I seem to be enjoying that Ford. I don't know what it is about that Ford. I do. I love a good Ford. I fit into them as well. That's another good thing as well. They're tall man friendly. Right. Let's see how we get on now. Lurking. Stephen, thank you for lurking. Thank you for lurking. Always appreciate the lurk from everybody. I tend to lurk. That's what I do. I lurk in streams all the time. We have to lower the cam. I can see now. Give it a bit more of a racy lowering. Right, let's do this. Gradually working out. It's funny, you know. Here I am now. I've done like virtually the entire race distance when I finish these tests, which is good. We're getting good track experience. Unfortunately, it's all in different cars, so there's nothing we've learned from today. But wow! So the first thing I noticed was how quick it went through the gears. All right. Let's get our head down and just do some laps now. Stable up the hill. I oversteered on the entry there because it's very different to driving a Ford GT to this. I'm going to brake a little bit later this time, maybe too late, but I'm just going to brake on the cars. No, I got that wrong there. Too much speed in the middle of the corner. A few laps and we'll gradually go ahead into gear on this car. Exit. Just going to try some things because I just want to check I'm in the right tyres because I just realised we are on the right tyres. Right. 2 minutes 16. Okay. Change gears a bit earlier. Okay. Strange noise, scraping noise it has. Strange noises this car makes. Strange scraping noise. turn one all wrong, but it's alright, we just need to find the braking zone as ever. Hold it in third for a minute, just see if that works better. Really struggling through that corner, I didn't get it right. Broke too late. How is it I'm quicker with the Ford GT though? What's going on? I just don't know. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Look, yep, reduce the traction, yep. Braking too late. Right, let's have a restart for a minute. Let's have a break for a second because we've done a lot of testing we've done. So we'll have a little break for a second. I'm not like Super GT. I'm not used to you doing like 100 laps at a time. So we've done quite a few laps so far. We've had getting on 2 hours of solid lap time. And we'll try that again in just a moment. It's good practice though. So we've nailed it down to these two cars basically, I think it's fair to say. But the Ford GT for me is still the quickest for me. I don't know why, it's very strange. Hello Jones, drinking a glass of milk. That's good, Olivier, just keep it going. And okay, right, okay, all right, thank you Bunter, I will do that. I mean, as with all these things, it's just knowing where the braking points are and then just fine-tuning it to get the extra couple of seconds a lap. Then we're there, aren't we? Then we're there. Yes, do join the Discord. That's where you'll keep up with various information on the streams, especially if I'm not doing them. I've still got to get used to putting my videos on there as well, my YouTube videos. And Abominable Showman is here as well. Hello, welcome to the stream. Bit of driving today, We're going to be in a... Thanks Rainy Steve, and thank you for the sub. Really appreciate it, Yeah, I do. I really appreciate the sub and the support. Change gears a little bit earlier. Okay. Yep, I'll do that then, Bunter. Do that. one more go. It's my last run now because I'm getting a bit tired now. So it's been a lot of laps tonight, and we're going to just have another. So Showman, Abominable, I'm going to be racing on Saturday in an All-Stars race, streaming here. So I'm just trying to find what car to use today. That's been the objective. And then when I know what car to use, then I'm going to be problem is that I haven't played Gran Turismo in a long time. Got to find my braking points. Got to get these shifting points right. Got it wrong there. Completely wrong there. That would be a penalty normally, but we'll carry on. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I spoke to Tom recently about the idea of doing something like that. He'd love to do that. And, I think it would be good to if Nathan is available one day. It's hard to get hold of Nathan these days. So if he is, it'd be good to get the old crew together again. We'll speak to him. His email lying around somewhere. We'll just turn off traction control for a minute just to see where we are. Completely forgot I turned off traction control then, so it nearly caught me out. Okay, so we've improved our pace there, haven't we? We've got mistakes. Still got a mistake on turn one there, but hit the cone, and everybody knows that cones are filled with concrete in racing games. Thank you, Showman. Yeah, it's looking good. I'm always working my streams to make them look as different and as professional as possible. I really want to make my streams look good, bring it all together after all these years, and still doing what I do. I've really got to fix the brake pedal, I think, before I do much more. I'm not getting my braking right at all. It's requiring way too much force to brake. That's the only problem. So the objective really is not to obviously win the race at the weekend. It's to not get lapped. That's actually my objective, not to get lapped. If I can not get lapped, then I'll be happy. to concentrate on this lap, and I'll just focus on this just for a second. Can't find the speed to that section. Can't find the speed. I've messed up the lap. We're going to go back to GT40 for a minute just to compare, because it seems to me to be a lot of work trying to get that lap time out. Go back to GT40. I don't know why I'm quicker in it. It's strange. You can get a lot of time without traction control. The problem is when you're doing 40 odd laps, your tyres are going to wear and you're just liable to make mistakes. So occasionally you just want to bring it in, and that's the thing with if it's like when you race all the time and you're in a particular type of racing game and you know it, but when you're, you know, I haven't played Gran Turismo, I haven't done a race on Gran Turismo in 2 years or something, you know, it will be 2 years this year, so that's why it's almost impossible for me to oh, you can change it in the, I didn't know how, I don't know, so I don't even know my way around the game anymore. It's amazing, you forget it all. I just deal with so many games. Right, let's jump into this last one. I'm tired now, so we'll crack on with this and see how we get on. Let's change the view, shall we, as well, just for laughs. So we're getting that view. I know I've not sorted out the autofocus. I'll sort that out for the race on Saturday. I'll have everything working, the lighting, everything. So, okay, thank you, Bunter. Appreciate it. I appreciate the feedback as well. I've not given up on the other car yet. I'm just trying to, as you can see, they're both close there at the top. Let's just jump on. But for some reason, this Ford, it's just working for me. It's just talking to me. There is something about a car that goes in a straight line fast. It's got power, it's got delivery, it's got it all. Yeah, into the wall. Alright, let's just try again. That's not what we want to do, obviously. This is it now. Got that all wrong, didn't we? But it's okay. Got the power too early. Like a rocket ship, isn't it, up there? I had to lift a little just because it's a bit unstable. It doesn't like it. It wants to take off and fly. Just needs a pair of wings. Bombing down the straights though. It's very slow for the first part. It's horrible through that section. Can't find a car that's working for me at the moment. Understood. Hell. wrong there. Have to fix that section. Oh, look at that. Way quicker. This is the car for me, isn't it? I am a Ford GT40. Man, I've gone in the wrong gear now, but that just threw me off. That's surprising. This car has speed, it has power, it has performance, it has muscle. That's what it has. Muscle. It's not for everybody, I appreciate that. It's not for everybody, but look at it go, it's like a rocket ship. Just trying to go a bit wide there, see if it helps. It didn't. So we know we've got a lot more time because we went wide here to have a big lift before. So wrong gear I was in then. I thought, why is the car going wide? Oh, wrong gear. So if we practiced hard with this car, we know we've got the 2 minutes 15. I think if we practice hard, we can get it down to 2 minutes 14, and that means the top players will be doing 2 minutes 12, 2 minutes 11. If we can stay within 2 seconds a lap with the top players, I think we'll be happy. It's like all things really, whatever the tournament you play, you think you're doing alright, and then you come up against eSport World Champions and they just show you how it's done. I know I found my braking points again there. If the cones are gone, I'm in big trouble, so I'm going to have to remember the braking point. Absolutely, Livio. We will try. We will try. Ford's right in our way, but it doesn't matter. Love a good Ford. Look at that. Great piece of machinery. Oh goodness me, don't hit the cones. Car nearly took off then. It's alright though, we're racing ourselves. It's good to have something to race. It's what it'll be like in the race. Just imagine we're racing now. The speed. How much quicker we were able to take that then. Goodness me. Bloody AstroTurf, bloody AstroTurf. We knew the AstroTurf would be risky, but that's okay. We're going to stop there actually, we're going to have a little break again, just to watch a bit of replay. I think a bit of chat to finish off the stream today. I think we've done a lot of testing, my goodness. I don't know how many laps we've done of Spa, but we've done probably at least 30 laps there, so maybe more today, so with each car there, so it's been a good few laps, but you can see the lap times, how they've improved throughout in the different types of cars we've driven. We've given each car 3 laps probably, I guess. Apart from that Hurricane, we didn't with that because it just wasn't like 1.5 laps, and we just weren't feeling it, were we? Interesting. I think the Audi was very quick, potentially, the R8 LMS 15, but it's like it was locking the rear in some way. It was feeling very uncomfortable. If you're going too quick into a corner or late braking, it was like the rear was constantly trying to overtake the front of the car. When you're doing a long race, that's not going to work very well. This car will be quite solid, I think, with a little bit of traction control, so then that'll work as well. Absolutely, Bunter. No, I absolutely agree that the if I had the time, the Supra is probably a better car. I think all I want is a car that sort of gets me round at a reasonable speed. If anybody crashes off, that's that. I think the only thing I'm not aware of is tyre wear and fuel usage, and that's where this car could be bad. But hey, I'm not going to win it anyway. I just want to stay in the game. So it's a lot to do, sort out. I hope you're enjoying the different views as well on the stream. I'm trying to make it a bit more versatile in terms of the various different viewpoints I have available to me, so we can watch stuff from every angle, and that's really cool as well. Absolutely, Jonathan. Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing. I have to assess very quickly. And Hawko is here as well. Hello, Hawko. I'm a big fan of Hawko's channel, and I've been watching it for. Oh, Hawko. Thank you for the follow. Big fan of Hawko's channel. It's funny, from pulling over and letting everybody past and taking everybody to. I remember watching a race in September 2019, which involved an angry Brazilian man, and it was one of the best races ever. And actually, one of them was at Spa, and the guy just, dare I say, he just pissed you off at the wrong time, and you just took him out for the rest of the race. It was just bumper cars. I just thought it was the best thing. It just made me laugh. He was a very angry man, and it's just some of these guys are really dirty drivers, and when you're going to overtake and you're making a clean pass, they decide they're going to send you off into the bushes. So, now and again there's a bit of red mist, and I do remember. Whether it's recent races at Fuji or races at Brazil or Spa, I do tune in, watch all these races. I love watching different streamers and racing drivers from all over. I like racing passion, so I'm a lurker basically. I tend to lurk and watch the sessions. I will definitely say hello. I'll definitely say hello. Do enjoy the racing. Yeah, I mean, this is where when you have a bad day with the penalty system, it can happen. You have a bad race, everything seems to go wrong for you, and before you know it, your SR rating is at B, just B. Suddenly you're in a lobby with loons, and all you can do is hope to get past into the lead. But you will find that a lot of the people with low SR have very poor racecraft, so they will try to aggressively block drivers who are much faster than them. One thing about racing is it's not just about being quick and winning, it's about picking your battles. Otherwise you're just going to lose time. Sometimes if someone's much quicker than you, you've got to know, like when I'm racing at the weekend and Tidgney comes up to me, I can't race Tidgney, like TRL Lightning, I can't race these guys, but I can learn a lot from them. So if I let them pass, I can follow them. I often say in racing, a lot of it's about knowing. It's a bit loud. Sorry about the car being a bit loud there. I'll just turn that down. I didn't realise how loud the replays were there. A lot of it's about knowing where the braking points are, what gears for corners. So today, Hawko, just been doing some practice because I'm in this All-Stars race at the weekend with there were a whole bunch of YouTubers, and they said to me, Alan, would you come into the race? And I said yes, but I don't know what car to drive, and I haven't played Gran Turismo Racing for quite a long time. I was doing really well, and then I had a really bad period with the penalty system, and it just put me off the game for quite a while because it was just so frustrating. So it's funny, Hawko, Bunter's been saying about the Supra, but it's really weird. I've just done laps in all these different cars, and I'm finding that just the Ford GT is just working for me. And it's a combination of things, really. It's let's try that. Let's try it again. I'll do a little bit of this, and I'll just do a little bit of this very quickly, and I'll go through and compare. So you can see the comparison, just trying different cars out. So for example, if you take the R8, it was quick, but it was like the rear end was locking. So when you're braking, the rear's constantly feeling like it's losing grip. Then you've got the Supra, obviously, which was up there, but it seemed to be hard to get maximum time out of it without really pushing the car to the limit. You've got to know when to change gear and precisely what gear to go through each corner, which I don't. So I think that's probably what's costing me time. But we can have a quick look. Where can we change? I don't know where we can change car though. Can we change car without exiting the? I don't know. Can we change car without exiting this mode? Go to race settings. That saves a lot of time, doesn't it? Yes, thank you, Bunter. I have no idea, so I didn't know where race settings were or all that jazz. Right, let's just try it again. Hold on. Sound up for you guys. So you guys can tell me if I'm going through corners in the wrong gear. That's the main thing. I don't know where the braking point is. So I'm just going to work our way around and see where we end up. Braking too late there. Don't know where the braking point is there, so I'm just going to retry that. Oh. There's a strange scraping sound with this car. I don't know what it is. Something to do, some kind of turbo lag or something. I don't know, but it's when it comes in. I don't know what it is. It's a very strange sound it makes when you're changing gear. Got that completely wrong again. It's so frustrating trying to find where the braking point is on these cars. Right, I'll just concentrate on this now. I'll look at your chat in 2 seconds, guys. Bear in mind, I haven't played Gran Turismo for a long time, so even though I watch the streams and other people playing it, every time you jump into a different car, it's completely different handling, feel. Still braking too late there. Wow. Do have a bit more traction control there, really. It's hard to... Don't know if that's the right gear or not, but we'll see how we get on. suppose it's like, you know, whenever you're doing something like this and you're appearing in a race or something. I did a sort of an all-stars rally event in Monte Carlo last year, and actually went really well. Yeah? Ended up second on the podium, which was a really nice surprise for me, given I hadn't played that for several months. But it's very different when you can't do a restart and you're under pressure. But it's very different to this. I mean, this is not the same. This is online. When you're at a live event, the lights are on you, cameras floating around. There's always tons more pressure. Your heart rate is a million times faster. I had to lift then. Slightly got wrong the entry. I want to just drive a bit more traction. I'm not quick enough. How can I be quicker with a Ford GT? It's strange. I mean, I'm doing a lot higher speeds in the Ford than I am here. You know, I'm 10 mile an hour faster in the Ford down this section. Oh, maybe if I shift into 6th gear that might help. Okay, next time, next lap, next. I thought I was in 6th gear, I wasn't looking. Oh dear. Getting too tired, I've been doing a lot of laps. Must fix this brake. I must shift gears earlier. I know. Understood. Turning points, you know, jump into a different car, it's always so different, isn't it? Oh, I don't know what I was doing there. I'll have a look at your chat, guys, in just a moment. I'm trying to brake later, but it's not working for me. Alright, I'm going to pull over there. Have a break for a second. Yeah, balanced performance. Yeah, I don't know what the balanced performance is going to be. How they're going to set everything up. The lobby. No. I don't know. I don't know how you apply balanced performance in terms of setup on a time trial here. So I guess you need to set up a lobby. Right, I see. That's it then. All right, so really, all these laps I'm doing then, really, I should be looking for. That's what I need to do. Okay. Yeah, right, let's have a look then. I've done all these laps today, just trying to test these different cars. I haven't done that. Oh no. Trying to find a car that gets me. Where would I find the toggle switch? Lewis, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Alrighty. Right. Oh. No, it's not a bad thing. It's just that I'm sort of knackered now, and I'm like too tired to do another. I've already done like 40 laps, so that's why it's like I'm too tired to do any more. Right, we'll have a quick go and just see where we are then with the balance of power, performance set up, and then we'll see where we are, shall we? And I'll go through your chat in a moment, guys. Just catch up on all the chat. Alrighty. Came through there. I don't know where the breaking point is. Damn it. I need a bit more traction control on there, honestly. It's very easy to just lose it in second. Maybe you should stay in third. Do third. Okay. Alright, thank you. Mr. Bronze is here as well. Hello, Mr. Bronze. Okay, Hawkeye, 100 meters. Change gear just over half. All right then. So you've got to change much earlier than I'm changing. So I'm using the original old school. Listen to the engine sound rather than. All right. I will get used to it. It's a bit odd for me changing so early and something like this. And a big thank you to you chaps for giving me some feedback on this as well. It would just mean that, at the very least, just to be competent in the race rather than while you guys all speed off into the distance. At least I can feel like I'm involved in it. That's the problem. You guys have played so much of it, you know it all. And I think sometimes, because I test racing games all the time, people don't realise how different every single game is. It's very hard to learn a game when you're moving from game to game to game. Got that wrong, but. Now, one of the other things as well, just so through watching, I don't normally use this wheel. It's my first time using this wheel in a long time as well, so I've got to find some settings that work, and the brake pedal is not sensitive enough for me at the moment, so I'm going to have to fix that between now and Saturday. Okay, so what's my approach to driving this then? I'm going to talk a bit about my feeling here. Okay, so struggling with Pouhon. It's one of those where you kind of try to widen the exit a bit, and you don't want to get on the power until it's, I've got it all wrong there on entry there, but you kind of want to widen the exit and give you a nice line through the exit. I'm struggling with the brake pedal there in terms of my feel for it. Here I want to get in early, trying to keep it on the inside, but the car was sailing around the outside of the corner. Not getting on the, I'm tippy-toeing, you know, when you can't feel the car. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm not leaning on the car or anything. finish with a view, shall we? Behind where we need to be. I want to quickly try the old last time. This is the last time. I'm pretty tired now. TC off and get. All right then. All right, Hawko. I am going to try. I am going to try again with a different car though. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. No. Hang on. I do. Oh, it's all right, Jonathan. Yeah, it's always good to get the feedback. I just want to check something else now. The balance, because I was much quicker with this car. I just want to see. All right then. Let's just see. I just want to see where my lap times are with this one now. This is it. I've got to just try it out. Let's see where we are, viewers. Finish off tonight. I'm a bit tired, so I'm just gonna check everything's working there. That's fine. All right. I know you guys can't see the foot cam. It's a hole of darkness. I will fix that. All right. Let's do this. Don't do that. Just restart. Let's just ruin the lap there. The race is on Saturday. And I'll be racing at 1 PM UK time. So I'll be on about 12:30, just to get acquainted, get a feel for whatever I'm driving. I haven't decided what I'm driving yet, so that's the thing. I think it's not just about driving the best car, it's about driving a car that just consistently gets me round, that doesn't want to kill me on every corner. That's actually quite different now. Come on, give me the rocket power. Still alright, it's not bad, good speed. Good speed. Didn't use all the track there, got slightly wrong on the entrance. Damn it, so that was all wrong there. Oh well. Medium tyres would be easier around there, but hards always give me a bit of understeer in this car, so I've got to get more aggressive, that's what it is. I'm being too sensitive for the throttle, I know that. But that's why I drive. I'm a smooth driver. You know, I like to think I have some finesse. May not be the fastest, but smooth. Damon Hill smooth. Jenson Button smooth. Yeah, smooth with the pedal. What it is, it's to do with the driver training they had at the GT Academy, and they were all about we steer with the throttle when we were driving or doing our driver training. So consequently, that's generally how I drive. I don't do lots of wheel work. I just drive with the throttle, basically. I put a certain amount of lock on, and then like here, and I steer until the car doesn't steer anymore, and then when it does steer, I just give it a bit more power to use the lock that's available to me with the least resistance. So I just try to be as smooth as I can be. I mean, having said that, it's not the end of the world. I mean, if everybody turns up at the race using Supras on Saturday, then at least I might be the only person in the GT40. I think my only concern really is how much fuel does it use? It's funny, you know, I tune in and I watch Lewis driving and doing different bits and pieces, and I watch Hawko and how you guys use your cars, and much more aggressively than I do in terms of the throttle control. It really depends. Like, there are some cars I'm better in than others. I mean, I was always very comfortable in the you know, I was really comfortable. You know what I did the best in is actually, there was an electric car we did around Tokyo, and I was really good at that. I don't know why. Just it was rubbish to drive. There was no sound. For some reason, it worked really well for me. But the Super Formulas as well worked well for me. We're down to 219s. It's not the end of the world. That means that the top players will be doing 216s or something. If I can get in that 2-second mark, then... Oh, wow, the car actually took off then. We actually took off. Jackie Stewart Smooth. Absolutely, Stephen. Jackie Stewart Smooth. That's what we're after. And that's why we may not be as quick, but if we can be consistent and everybody else has a crash, then we're all right. That's all we need to worry about. Finding a bit more regular pace anyway. So I was a bit blindsided by the ghost, but we're okay. Talking to Key recently, a little while ago about it, and he was saying to me, you know, he tends to pump the brake around the corners to get a bit more braking, is what he tends to do on the very slow corners. Got it wrong there. I got completely blindsided there. Right, let's have a break for a second. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to have a break for a second and have a look at my replay. But now that's gone. Typical, right. And that's my replay gone. Right, I'll have a little break for a minute then. So we've just done a full Grand Prix distance today. I think that's enough for me. Have a little break now. Lobby also be up for practice around 12:30. Thank you, Lewis. I think, honestly, I don't know what good cars are good and bad. It takes so long to learn a car. and I'm too tired to put any more laps in. I've just driven a lot of laps. I don't know how many laps I've done, but I've just driven 150 miles or something. There we are. So after 150 miles around Spa, I think I can have a little break for a minute. I think what it is that if I was racing online, I think like these guys are saying here, you know, the Supra is definitely probably the better car. What I'm trying to do is find a car that is just consistent for me, just to get round on this race. I'm not going to win it. I just want to be consistent. And also, I was thinking about what you were saying about everybody driving different cars. I think if everybody turns up on the grid in the Supra, it's going to be a bit boring. So I think, you know, if we all come in a different car, that'll be... Stephen predicts I'll be driving a car. Quite right. Catch up on a bit of chat here. Absolutely. No, it's all good. It's good that Mr. Bronze is here as well. It's been really nice to see some of you guys popping in here. But I just want to thank Bunter, Hawko, Lewis for some feedback here today on various different bits and pieces. I appreciate it. And Mr. Bronze, I'm glad you've been able to make it in as well. Good to have you back. And I'm just going to chat for a minute and chill. I think a few things to talk about then. Obviously, like you say, we have the McLaren launch this week. I hope a McLaren do well this year. Absolutely, Lewis. Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it? I did look at the Corvette, and the Corvette handles really nicely, by the way. I mean, the Corvette is there you go. It's a 221, but it was solid as a rock to drive. I mean, it felt really comfy to drive, whereas the Audi felt the rear constantly fighting me. I never felt comfortable in the Audi at all. I felt like there was no grip to the rear, and the car felt very stiff. It needed some diff issue or something. It really wasn't working for me. Then you've got the other Super Racing concepts. Is that... goodness, done a lot of laps. We've done too many laps. I'm too tired to even think about it now. Have a little break. I don't know how Super GT did 2 million miles around a circuit, but maybe when I was younger, I could have done that many laps around a circuit. I think on Saturday I'm going to be exhausted by the end of my day. I'm not used to doing these long races these days. So I think that was about race distance we've done today. And I will have a coffee, I think, to G me up after that race. Yeah, I was just going to say then, finish off a bit of Formula One chats. Good to see McLaren looking really good. I hope they're strong this year. I hope they can get to battle Red Bull. I think their focus though is definitely on 2022 and beyond. I think it's going to be a walkover for Mercedes, sadly, again this year. I can't see that being any different. And Super GT, yeah, Super GT is a machine. And so he'll just be like literally perfect laps all the time. Entry list is now available on Discord. Oh, brilliant. Okay, yes, I will have a look at that. That's going to be good fun. There's going to be a good fun bunch of racing drivers in there. You're going to see some absolute masters for Super GT to keep him on his toes, and you're going to see, a mix hopefully of other sort of more mid-range drivers. What am I? I'm ANS on there, but I'm not ANS right now. I've got to find some speed again. But I'm competent. I just want to be competent for the laps. If I go round and round, if I'm 2 seconds a lap slower is my aim. If I can be within 2 seconds a lap of the top drivers, then I think we'll have a good race on Saturday. But other than that, I think that's about it really for now. I don't know if I'm going to be just have a look here just to see what who's online for a second, but let's just see. No, not right now. He's not on, so Sergio is not on, so I'll leave it tonight in terms of the raid. I'm just going to say a big thanks to all of you who've tuned in tonight, for all of your feedback, and that's about it really. I'll look forward to the race on Saturday. No doubt I'll if there is a big difference in the cars, we'll see how we go. If I'm in a Ford GT, then I'll do what I can in my Ford, and I'll have a little practice now. I know what the balance power thing is. Maybe a quick practice tomorrow just to familiarise myself a bit. If I do that, I'll jump onto another stream ad hoc. And if you do want to watch the race, I'll be on Saturday 12:30. I'll be on streaming till I think probably expect the race to go on for about 2 hours, and then we'll be finished about 3:30 in the afternoon. So long race day on Saturday. But that's it from me for now. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. I'll make a move, and there'll be more from me very. Captain Lala, thank you. Really enjoyed it. Brilliant. Back in the car, doing a bit of racing, and that's it. Jonathan, thanks for everything. Okay, that's it for me for now, guys. As ever, more soon.